I want to say something before I forget. Caicedo. That midfield, it belongs to Caicedo. I don't listen. At this point, we are comparing the best in the world and some good average, midfielders like Declan Rice. Because when I think about this guy being put in the same conversation with the likes of Declan Rice, Tonali, and I'm not even saying these guys are not good. Tonali is a very good player, but Caicedo, different animal. So he came on and then he actually controlled that midfield. I mean, it was really good. Another thing I want to pinpoint as well is João Pedro. I don't know how many times I have to come on here and scream and scream and scream. João Pedro is a 10. João Pedro is a 10. João Pedro is a 10. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not an idiot. I know for sure that Dilep is injured, because if Dilep was there, João Pedro was probably going to be played as a 10 and then Dilep as a 9. But that's not really a full reason to be playing João Pedro week in and week out as a number 9 when you have a guy like McGill. And to be honest, I think McGill is actually a better number 9 than João Pedro. Now, don't misquote me. I didn't say João Pedro is less clinical than McGill. McGill is a striker. João Pedro is a false 9. And then McGill is what we call an out-and-out striker. Why? When you look at the movements João Pedro does on and off the ball, it's not so much attacking-minded. It's more... No. It's attacking-minded, but not so much striker attacking-wise or mindset. Every time João Pedro has to get the ball, he has to drop deep, which is fair. But when he drops deep to get the ball to pass it to our players or other midfielders, like Caicedo, when they do the line breaking, there is no one, because João Pedro is off his box, is off his position, because he's not a natural number 9, right? Now, when you have someone like Guiu, every time you're looking to cross the ball, every time you're looking to put the line breaking passes, every time you look into using your striker, he's always in the box. Whether it ends up taking the shot or whether it ends up scoring or assisting, whatever it is, but he's always in the right place. And these are the type of, in certain type of situations, right? You need your strikers to be in position every time. Now, when you talk about João Pedro, right? João Pedro, use him as a 10. Let him drop deep, whatever, play alongside an 8, play. He can go to the wing, and you need to give him more freedom. So my thing is, stop using or don't use João Pedro every time as a number 9. Some games you need McGill. And if I'm being honest with you, the game actually looked more pressing from the front only because of McGill. No, not only because of McGill, but part of it because McGill had actually come on, and he can be a dickhead. He's a shitbag anyway. But what else do we need to talk about? Yeah, we'll talk about the red cards later more in deep, and we'll also talk about the fact that we have actually won a match, which I was worried about. This time of the season, meaning we are, considering the amount of injuries we're going through, the amount of, international breaks and too many games we have to play, I don't actually care how we win these matches. Don't get me wrong. I will still come on here and say this player and that player and that player didn't have a good game. I'll say it.